Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video I thought I would explain why I've moved away from stock music sites. And if you don't know what a stock music site is, it's basically a website that you can upload a song to, and people can then license the song for use in anything really, any type of media. Like things can end up on TV, they can end up in commercials on radio, they can end up in computer games, like all sorts of different places. That's where my main focus was quite a few years ago, but things have changed a little bit and I'm going to tell you why I've moved away from that. Okay, so basically this was about 2011. I was pushing loads for like the stock music scene. I was writing loads of different tracks, different styles, uploading it. Like there's a way of writing production music. You have to sort of find out what people are looking for and then write a song based on that, and the structure has to be a certain way and the mood has to be all perfect. You can't have key changes or anything, because like if you think about it, if they use the song in a commercial and they only want to use like the beginning section and the end section, they'll then get an editor in to chop it up, and if there's different key changes and time changes and stuff like that, then it messes with all the edits. So there's a strict way of writing that type of music. And I actually used to work for one of the main stock music websites, a site called Audiojungle.net. I used to be a reviewer there. I still upload there now. I still write bits of stock music. I still make a few sales every now and then. But I've moved on to just writing music for different things. Like, I think it was a realization that my music was being restricted. It had to be written a certain way, it had to be certain length, it had to be certain genres, and it was really restricting. So that was annoying me, that I couldn't just write like the way I like to write music is start off with something and develop it into something completely different and then bring it back to other things. And to be honest, stock music just wasn't doing that for me. I just ended up churning loads of different songs out, not spending much time on production, and just it's basically just like the sales started slipping as well. I think the market got oversaturated. Like people started picking up on it, and there was like just a massive influx of different composers from around the world uploading all sorts. Like when I was a reviewer, I used to find that all sorts of different tracks, like people were just taking samples out of boxes and putting a beat on it and uploading it, and you know, things like that you had to pass it, because as long as the samples were legal and everything was fine, then yeah, you could be accepted. And it was annoying me that things like that were making more sales than my music. That was really getting to me a bit. Yeah, so that was the main thing really, that just like I wanted to escape from that sort of writing. I wanted to be sort of let off the leash a little bit and just write whatever I wanted to write. And then I actually signed a deal with Sugo Music Group in 2015, and it was a global distribution deal. And I, at the time, thought this would be a great way to, you know, promote my stock music. And I talked to them on the phone about that as well. I was saying, like, you know, I write stock music, and can you push it towards licensing and things like that? And they were like, yeah, you can do that. So I uploaded quite a few songs for licensing, like production music for licensing. But then I thought, let's try something else. Let's try and mix it up a bit, and let's see what they can do with just a proper album of music. So I wrote my Binaural Visions album, which is just an album of relaxation music. It was a 8-track album, I think it was, and each song was about 10 minutes long. And I sent it to them. It was, to be honest, it was quite easy to write, but I spent a lot of time working out how I'm going to do it, and I was quite happy with the end result, and I gave it to Sugo. After a while it started generating a bit of money, and I thought, hang on, we've got something here, because I started making a bit more money than what I was doing with the stock music sites. Also, I wasn't restricted with what I had to write. There was like, I could pick any genre, I could do other things, I could develop the music as much as I wanted. There was no restrictions on key changes, and also there was no reviewers to reject the songs, which is always a good thing, because nothing brings you down more than being rejected from a site. Which is quite ironic, since I used to reject quite a few people when I was reviewing. Honestly, some people needed rejecting. Like I was getting just songs of noise through, like static, like what is this? Reject. And yeah, so then I started realising that there was money involved in my own albums of music, but it still had to be aimed at something specific. So like, this is relaxation, so people were using it. Like, there's online radios like Pandora and other things I can't really think of on the top of my head, but there's radio sites, internet radio sites, that people listen to like constantly, get loads and loads of viewers, and that's where my album ended up. It ended up on Pandora, and people started adding it to playlists. And I think it was like, like in massage parlours and spas, anywhere that relaxation music is needed, it ended up, people from these types of establishments were adding it to playlists, and they were just playing it on loop in their establishments. And I think that's what was generating the money. And also, because the songs are like 8 to 10 minutes long each, you get paid every 30 seconds a song is played, I think. So that helps a lot to generate the income. So yeah, that's when I started thinking maybe I should move away from stock music and go down a different path. And I've tried a few things with Sugo Music Group. I've tried releasing albums of just my own personal music that I like black metal albums, and I've also done an album called Electronic Workout, which is aimed at exercise and motivation and things like that. That's an instrumental electronic album, and yeah, that's started picking up. I've also done another relaxation album called Atmospheres, which is what my little documentary was about, and that started picking up a little bit. Yeah, so that's where I've ended up. I've not been focusing on stock music for like the past 2 or 3 years now, and honestly, it's so much more freeing as a musician and a composer when you can just write whatever you want. And if you're a band or a musician that releases your own albums, like through CD Baby, or what's the other one called? What's that one called? TuneCore. If you release your own stuff like that, make sure you aim for Pandora, because Spotify and iTunes just don't really cut it unless you have a really good fan base. But things like Pandora Radio, you can generate income without any fan base at all. Like, I don't even think I have any fans. Like, if you're a fan, leave a comment below, because it'll be the first one I've ever seen. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Just thought I'd make this little video. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I was a bit bored. I thought I'd make a quick video. I'll have to edit this tomorrow and put it out. Right, so if you like this video, if it's helped in any way, then click that like button and subscribe for more of my videos. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.